Hey, what's up? How are you guys tonight? We're just going to do a general Q&A. I was actually looking at the presidential debate schedule, and I didn't realize there were only 3 debates. So next time there is a presidential debate, we'll definitely do a live coverage. Hopefully it's not like copyright and you can't watch it while you review it, but we'll definitely do that. I think the next one is sometime in the middle of October, like October 14th or 15th. So if the debate live streams, they should land on a Tuesday. So we'll definitely do that. But for now, I think we'll do Q&A once a week. We'll do some Toyota Corolla nonsense once a week, and then we'll do a vegan live stream critique this Saturday and see how it goes. Any reason why an order I placed a week ago would only say label created on the tracking? Yeah, we're trying to figure out if we're missing the order. Like, we're trying to figure out if we're missing 1 or 2 orders a week, or if the shipping company is purposefully losing the package. We're trying to figure that out. Is collagen powder fake even if it's grass-fed? Either way, collagen powder is highly processed agrochemical garbage. If you're buying something, and I spoke about this in the collagen video I did, if you're buying a product for nutrition, the only reason you would buy a product that has anything negative in it, like chemicals or pollutants in it, is if there is no other way you can obtain that product in your diet. So in the case of collagen, obviously, if you look at the metabolism of collagen in the body, you don't actually physically want to be consuming collagen from foods, because all it turns into is amino acids in the body. You might as well be eating steak. You know, steak is literally better than collagen powder. It's kind of silly if you actually understand the mechanisms. An example of something you might want to take is magnesium glycinate. And even though glycine powder and I don't know if the glycine they're using for magnesium glycinate is the same stuff processed from cows. I don't know that, but the point is that, you need to get magnesium in your diet somehow, and the only way to really do that is with a magnesium supplement. So even if there's downsides to taking certain supplements, it's why I sell. It's why every single supplement that I take usually has some type of negative, they have to use certain chemicals and solvents and things to process these vitamin and mineral powders, and it's better getting them in your diet and getting a little bit of those chemicals than not getting them at all. Hey, Franca, I hope you're living your life not caring about the ones who don't get it. Yeah, I don't really care. It's actually kind of sad. My parents are literally like, people are so brainwashed, like, including my parents, like, people don't care if they have to wear a mask the rest of their life. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you've been locked inside for 6 months. Like, you can't do anything. And people don't seem to care. They're like, okay, yeah, as long as I can sit inside and watch TV all day, I don't care if I have to wear a mask when I go outside. It's kind of sad. Shit derived from corn, right? Yeah, well, that stuff, we did a review of Native deodorant a couple months back, I think 2 or 3 months back. And I basically tore Native deodorant a new asshole because half of the ingredients in their deodorant were basically corn extracts, like glycerol, glucose. There's a bunch of crap in these. They're basically taking a bunch of crap and highly refining it and processing it into materials that can be used under the guise of health. What's your thoughts on the copper supplements? Yeah, I haven't been taking my copper supplement lately. I think I'll probably start again. It's just sometimes when you're taking a lot of different minerals and vitamins at once, it gets difficult with the interactions because they can cause insomnia. And something like combining copper and vitamin C when you're eating a red meat meal can cause too much iron absorption. What's the best cooking oil for polyunsaturated fat? What do you mean? Like, what is the best high omega-6 cooking oil? I mean, I don't really have an answer for that. You probably shouldn't be using any cooking oil that is high in omega-6. When will you have your supplements back in stock? Hopefully the stuff comes soon. I'm not really sure. I ordered everything I need to make the vitamins and minerals, but just waiting on shipping. If vitamin D3 can be absorbed through the skin, aka on your testicles, can other vitamins? Some vitamins or fats, some vitamins are transdermally absorbable. Vitamin D tends to be the only vitamin that has a really high transdermal absorption rate. Other ones, like people say they use transdermal magnesium, but the absorption rate of transdermal magnesium is very low compared to oral. So you just want to really anything besides vitamin D, you probably want to take orally. Iodine, I use the only 2 things I use transdermal are iodine and vitamin D. And I've never actually seen anyone else use transdermal vitamin D or transdermal iodine. So If you see someone doing it transdermally, they probably got it from my channel. I've literally never seen anyone else do that. But so transdermal vitamin D absorption rate is pretty high. I think it's probably 80-90%. But transdermal iodine absorption rate is about 10%. So it's a little bit safer. Almost all vitamin D3 supplements are cholecalciferol. Are pro sports rigged by secret societies? I mean, yeah, every single thing is fixed 100%. It's just how much of it is fixed. You know, how much of it is, how much of are pro sports completely fake? What's the deal? How do they do it? I don't really know. Are there B vitamins left in well done steak? Yeah, I mean, when you cook a steak well done, you lose about 30 to 40% of the B vitamins. Getting sun on the testicles for a test boost. I mean, yeah, that's the point of you putting vitamin D3 supplement on your testicles, to boost testosterone. I ordered your protein. Why concentrate? Whey versus isolate. Whey isolate is usually processed a little more, and the reason we sell animal products is because they're high quality, not because of a certain macronutrient profile. So we're comfortable buying a whey product that is 100% grass fed and grass finished. The World Cup is fixed. I mean, I would say every sport is fixed, but again, once you realize what's actually going on and how things are, the life gets pretty boring. You know, well, then you start thinking like, well, if everything's fake, if everything's fixed, if the news is fake, if everything I'm being told is fake, what's the point of, you know, what's the point? It devalues the point of a lot of stuff. Fatty liver is caused by a choline deficiency, not fructose. That's absolutely not true. You can take all the choline you want and you'll still get fatty liver with other dietary factors. Can you test how much mirrors reflect EMF? Well, unless the mirror is made of metal. Metal bounces off EMF. So if it's like a silver or any type of metal, steel, copper, any type of metal, aluminum will reflect certain magnetic frequencies. Well, not magnetic fields, but certain radio wave fields. $10 acres of land in North Fork, Idaho is like $200,000. That's pretty expensive, actually. Is the beef fat in your Warrior Bar halal? Yeah, it is. Is using a tanning bed every day safe? I have to go to the tanning salon and test the beds for the levels. Is there enough copper in raw liver to help with iron overload? I've said several times in several different videos that usually consuming liver makes iron overload worse, but there's been a bunch of carnivore morons that are saying you can eat liver for copper. Hopefully that just leads to a bunch of people coming to me for a consultation trying to fix their health, but it's unlikely. They probably won't be able to figure out what's wrong with them. They'll keep listening to these morons that just parrot advice to sell their products. I've said this is a question I'm getting a lot, so I'm assuming a lot of these other carnivore diet influencers are saying you can get copper from liver without actually understanding that liver is so high in iron and vitamin A that it's going to negate any sort of copper you're consuming. Liver has too much vitamin A, which makes iron overload worse. Yeah, no, I said that in a video I did last week. Vitamin A greatly increases iron absorption more than copper, more than anything else. Vitamin A increases iron absorption drastically. So you really want to be careful with liver. Are they still installing 5 grams in New York? That Verizon truck I saw the other day, I went up to the technician. I talked to the guy for 5 minutes. He kind of lied. He was like, oh, well, 5G isn't even installed yet. You know, it's not really installed yet. They're still installing. I'm like, and I was thinking in my head, well, what do you mean? There's 5 grams, like cell antennas and receptors and everywhere, all throughout New York. So I don't know why the Verizon guy was lying to me and telling me they don't have it yet. And then I asked him, and he said, oh yeah, well, they have a whole division that deals with that. We're not really allowed to talk about it. All the Verizon installers signed like an NDA. But I do have videos of, like, for some reason they're digging up the ground at night in New York City installing conduit. Can I put vitamin D oral on my skin? Or is another form, I don't know what you're asking. Farmland everywhere up north is expensive. Go Missouri or further south. Is consuming chocolate milk a good way to balance the nutrients in milk? That's actually a pretty good point I haven't thought of. Chocolate is kind of antagonistic to... Chocolate does have a lot of antagonistic nutrients to dairy, which especially the magnesium and the copper. Does fasting affect women's hormones? I mean, most women are in such a poor metabolic state, and females generally have a much higher nutrient need than men do. So it's, yeah, fasting in the case of a female usually results in... Most females aren't really in a healthy state, so fasting can tend to make things worse. Thoughts on creatine? I did a video on creatine, I think, over a year ago now. Are you getting a less polluted source of omega-3 by consuming fish roe instead of a salmon fillet? Also, how long does your protein powder take to ship? It should have been shipped already. Fish roe is just more concentrated in nutrients, so even if it is polluted, you just have to consume less of it. Is boron a good supplement to help with testosterone? It doesn't seem like it. It's something like you would take once and then that'd be it. Like, you take boron maybe once or twice a month. That's all you probably need. I know a few people that quit their jobs installing that 5-gram stuff because they also said that it's hazardous. Yeah, I'd like to interview. I'm trying to find people to interview like that. I mean, I'm assuming that the reason these Verizon workers or these Spectrum or whatever telecom company workers have to sign an NDA is because I'm assuming that these people are getting very sick installing these devices, getting radiated all day. If you have these guys installing 5 grams devices without wearing protective equipment, they're going to get fried and get sick very quickly from radiation poisoning. Did I watch the debate? No, I don't watch two fucking inverted gender psychopaths talk to each other and play the charade. You know what? I wasn't watching it, but the TV was on yesterday and the news was on, and there was a commercial. It was on Fox 5, I think. It said, like, watch our comedy later. The politicians are all puppets and it's all staged. And I was like, well, they're literally telling people to their faces the politicians are just puppets and it's all fake in a commercial. That's literally how they tell you the truth and people ignore it. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? There was a commercial for, like, a show, politicians are just puppets, and it was like a ventriloquist or some shit. I don't even know, but they have very misleading ways of telling people the truth. Do you drink a lot of water or just when you're thirsty? I usually am very thirsty because I have a liver dysfunction. What happens if they force you to take the vaccine? First of all, they can't force people to take the vaccine. That's not going to happen because people would just be getting killed. Like, I think if someone went to, like, basically half the homes in the South with a vaccine, they'd probably get shot on the front porch. So that would never happen. They have very clever ways of doing this. They could say, oh, well, if you want to get a job here, you have to get injected, or they can give mosquitoes the injection. They can have mosquitoes fly around and inject everyone with this shit. There's no way they're going to do anything. Saying that they're going to be mandatory is just another fear-mongering bullshit. They're all this stuff has been planned for thousands and thousands, and who knows how many years they've been planning this shit for. You know what was really funny? I should probably go find the comment. It was something like, well, Frank's nose is a triangle and his mouth is an upside down M, so he's a Mason. I was fucking dying. Let me go find the comment. Let me go find that comment. That was fucking hilarious. Hold on. Where's the social? Where was it? Hold on, this was it. Frank's nose is a triangle. His mouth is an upside down M. He is amazing. He is amazing. That's like the funniest fucking comment I've seen all week. Protein powder has said pre-shipment since Monday. It should have been sent out. You think they're going to start doing forced inoculations and mass contact tracing everywhere in New York? I think if they start doing that shit, people are really going to start leaving in droves. They're really going to just try to escape. Right. So there was a large amount of people that seemed to just leave New York as soon as shit got bad. And a lot of people have still stayed, despite there being a lot of bad shit. But I think when they take the next step and people realize that things aren't getting back to normal anytime soon, I think there's going to be another drove of people that leave. And I have some video notes on my thoughts on what they're planning and why they're doing this stuff. I think this is a longer process. I think this is a 5, 6, 7 year process where they're gonna shove people out of cities. They're gonna install the smart city infrastructure and then probably gives people some incentive to go back into certain cities. So what organ should we eat instead of liver? I mean, I'm kind of I just don't really want to share certain information out because everyone just plagiarizes me. And it's funny because like I did 1 day of eating where I had like a jar of honey, which wasn't what I was actually doing long term. And for the next 2 months, there was like a whole explosion of honey beef diet carnivores. And then once I tell the truth about what I was doing and I launch my honey glucose product, suddenly everyone's quiet. The carnivore honey diet disappears and no one else talks about my product at all. So a bunch of fucking con men that just want money. I went to Chipotle and they only do online orders. So you can't like walk in and order a burrito? Root cause of autoimmune disease. My little sister has severe eczema and my mom is pushing her with immune suppressors. My little sister isn't exposed to very little EMF. I mean, well, one, it's usually Wi-Fi EMF, and when people tell me that, oh, my sister isn't in a high EMF environment, I guarantee you 100% you're absolutely wrong, and she is. And then there's some dietary factors too that can influence the eczema. Does the preparation of goat testicles affect the bioavailability of testosterone in them? Yes. It has to be usually raw. Have you ever done a hair mineral tissue analysis? Yeah, I've done a couple. I remember seeing all of that happen with the honey. Yeah, they're a bunch of fucking comedians. They're plagiarizing you because you're amazing. You should sue so at least the people who mislead viewers get a bad rap. It's just, what are you suing? You know, the legal stuff is difficult because, okay, can I sue someone for plagiarizing? I mean, yeah, I could probably sue Ratboy for a lot of money if I wanted to. It's just the only reason I haven't sued Ratboy yet is because he's some very high-level connected Freemason, and it might just be a waste of time because all the judges and all the legal system is connected and corrupted. So there's a very good chance that I'll just be wasting my money. If this guy can pull off plagiarizing like literally the most popular carnivore influencer on YouTube without any negative repercussions, it shows how much these people control all social media and how much they can censor anyone that talks negatively about him or positively about me. So it's difficult when, imagine if This happened with Dr. Berg. Like, Dr. Oz said that he was going to have Dr. Berg on his TV show, and Dr. Berg sent him over a bunch of information, and he just ended up copying his shit and not having him on the show. But since Dr. Oz controls all the media and the TV and no one has any idea from the. They control what people see, so they can just steal and copy your information, and no one else ever finds out about you. That's just how it is. That's how these Masons operate. I said this on my I think I said this on the last live stream. The term Freemason means Freemasonry. Freemasonry means you got masonry for free. They inherit things, they take things, they got it for free. These people, Masons, they're liars. They take anything, they'll do anything to just make money for themselves. They don't care. These Masons didn't build the planet. They didn't build these, cathedrals in Italy and that type of stuff. They just inherited it. And like, do you genuinely, like, the type of people that steal this information from, they have no conscience or morals whatsoever. Think you could sue XYZ person? If someone isn't in the United States, makes it very difficult to sue them. Because you have to claim damages in the country they're in, which you can do, but again, most of the time you're just wasting your money. There's a good saying, if you, I forgot the specific terminology, but it's like, if you ever want to go after someone with vengeance, you want to dig 2 graves instead of 1. Put more of your work into books. Those plagiarizing morons can't read more than 2 pages anyway. No, but they just have someone else read my book and then copy my information. They were pirates. What's your main motivation for continuing your pursuit of nutritional knowledge? Maybe I'll do a video on. I wanted to do a video on that on Monday and just kind of outline my journey and stuff. Maybe we'll do that on Monday. How long am I going to bodybuild? I don't know. The reason I started this whole fitness nonsense is for the marketing and of my YouTube channel, but it is a lot of work and time and effort into every day into this. Should I hack off 4 or 5 random spots of my hair to my scalp to do hair mineral analysis? Hair mineral analysis, you can use pubic hair and armpit hair. So usually, for most people, if you have, 5-6 months of body hair growth, that's usually enough hair to do a hair mineral analysis. You don't have to use the hair on your head. Vegans are still attacking you and spreading lies about you, calling you fake, natty, and about your meat business. Yeah, there's going to be vegans doing that under the guise of, oh, they don't like me because I'm a carnivore. But the real reason they're doing that is because they're secret society minions and they're being paid. There's a reason. There's a reason the vegans don't attack the other carnivores, and there's a reason the carnivores don't attack the vegans, because they're actually all on the same side. What was your main motivation for pointing out the Freemason chills? No, I mean, it's kind of something I found out. These Freemason assholes are basically pretending to be like me. Like, they're pretending, oh, I'm here to help people and improve their health. Yet you have one carnivore doctor used to cut people open for a living. Another carnivore doctor has never actually had a doctor's practice in his life. These people are just scammers trying to make money. They're coming to you with products. All of the products that these carnivores sell are stem from feedlot agrochemical waste, and they're trying to basically lump themselves into what I'm doing. They're saying, oh, we're trying to improve your health, we're trying to make you happy, but one, they're misleading you with very clever marketing, and their marketing has been so clever they've been able to sell people shit that and make money on it and pretend they're doing what I'm doing. How do we know they aren't watching the live stream right now? No, they record all my live streams. they record all my live streams. Usually one or two of them watch all my live streams, but usually the stuff I talk about, they can't talk about because it doesn't fall in line with their mainstream agenda. None of these assholes will ever tell the truth about the Toyota Corolla, the New World Order, all that stuff. As much as these carnivores want to pretend they're controlled opposition, so they're against the grain, but they're not allowed to talk about there's two things they will never touch on, which are the 5 grams and the New World Order pandemic stuff, because they're part of it. They're in a very small part of, again, I said this on another live stream, the role that these nutritional influencers play, even though they're part of the secret society, compared to the rest of the society, is very insignificant. If you think about it, most of the Masons on the higher levels are, the politicians like Trump and Biden or whatever, and their goal is to deceive the masses into the New World Order agenda. Something like a Mason that's telling people to eat feedlot beef is nothing compared to what the main goal is. But again, they're just trying to deceive. Carnivore is a funny term. There's baldivores is a better term. I should probably switch to baldivores. Except when I say baldivores, it's a little bit harder to figure out. When will the organ supplements be back in stock? We're trying to get them. I'm going to see how the new template works out. Are you voting? I mean, voting doesn't matter. It's all fake bullshit. I even knew that before I started all this shit. I kind of felt like voting was pointless. 2 wings of one bird. Yeah, the carnivores are the same as the vegans. They're just misleading people about diet and trying to make them special interest money. I now understand why America is one of the sickest countries. Yeah, America seems to be like the template for the New World Order. Like, they have to make Americans sicker than everyone else. They have to make America like the focus of the world. Will you ever talk about female-related health issues like PCOS and endometriosis? Generally speaking, any sort of health problem is going to be fixed by 2 main lifestyle factors, like reducing Wi-Fi and improving the nutrient balance in the diet. Vegans are going to tell you they're going to end animals agriculture in 2024. What do you think about that? Well, look at what they did. If you look at videos, there's dozens and dozens of videos on my channel that have exposed very, very crazy stuff. I think a couple months ago I did a video exposing that when the workers were getting sick in the meat plants, they had 5 grams towers near the meat plants pointed at the meat plants. So these people they have Wi-Fi 5 grams towers set up everywhere now. They can just make all the farms sick, all the animals sick, and all the meat workers sick with radiation. And I made a video. I don't know if I took it down, but why vegetables are dirtier than meat, and the video was heavily censored because I was like, okay, why are you shutting down these meat processing plants when a freshly slaughtered animal is one of the cleanest sources of food? But for some reason, vegetables and fruits and grains grown in animal shit are not dirty. If anything, that would be dirtier. So they just make shit up to fit. They just make shit up. And again, you saying vegans are going to end animal agriculture in 2024? Hell, they could do it now. They could just turn the Wi-Fi towers on again and fry all the meat sources, and that's it. They can do that if they want to. They're not gonna brainwash everyone into veganism and climate change bullshit. They're gonna force people. They're gonna force intentional food supply shortages. Would you say you have good genetics for bodybuilding? Not really. All these Instagram accounts claim sea moss has every mineral we need. Your thoughts? I made a video like 2 years ago saying that and I've done videos more recently on it, saying that seaweed has just about every mineral our body needs. So I guess some Mason asshole decided to copy my idea, and now they're selling sea moss. Problem is, sea moss is usually heavily polluted. Unless it's organic and grown in a really clean ocean, I would not be buying large amounts of sea moss for minerals. Yeah, Earthling Ed is one of the higher level Earthling Ed is one of the higher level secret society members in regards to deceiving people. Very high level. Never gets censored. Videos are always popular. Always doing very mainstream, high production value videos. Can we talk about the Just Egg psyop? I see it everywhere. What is Just Egg again? Let me just look that up. I don't remember. Oh, that chickpea shit. Yeah, I mean, modern conventionally grown eggs in general are poison. So this Just Egg vegan shit might actually make people feel better than regular conventionally grown eggs. What does it mean? Someone says I can't eat too much meat or protein. My mom says this, and a woman I met said this. Doesn't make sense to me. They probably think meat is bad for them. Women are much more susceptible to, no offense to you ladies, but women tend to be easier to be influenced by different sources, and they also tend to be more open-minded to other sources. So it's like a double-edged sword, but a lot of times women tend to be more health-minded, and that means that they'll go more with the mainstream health advice, which is veganism, which actually is not good. Do you think Sverige is an agent or Mason? I mean, I think Sverige is probably a low-level Illuminati member. That's my guess. All he does is steal money from people, and that's what the Illuminati people do. So fits him very well. I think lots of women know the lies, but they will lie on autopilot. I mean, I don't know. I'm just making very general observations. What do you think about hypertonic seawater? I don't know. Can you sell it for $10 a bottle? Maybe Dave Asprey will start selling it. They say the same thing about Shilajit, apparently some superfood for minerals. Shilajit is like a black tar extract from the mountains, so maybe you should go to your local Home Depot and try drinking some cement and seeing if that gives you minerals. If it's something that's not natural, that's like, if it's something not natural, like that you can't get from like just harvesting or foraging or growing, you probably shouldn't be eating it. Like I don't think there's any sort of human history of humans walking up into the mountains to harvest Shilajit. I feel like women are more into veganism because they're more sensitive. They're more susceptible to brainwashing. I really enjoyed your video on top foods for fertility. Every woman I know is dairy-free or eats slave sludge garbage, and that's why I'm going to do a video on miscarriage rates and how miscarriages are very bad and the state of our children's health is very bad. I ordered your whey protein. How much should I take a day? Guys, like, whey protein is a bodybuilding protein supplement, so usually it can be used as an adjunct to your normal diet, so you can just have it instead of protein, but I don't think more than 1 or 2 scoops at once is usually necessary. Why do you think everyone is going trans now? What do you mean, like, everyone is going trans now? You mean like boys are putting on dresses and girls are putting on strap-ons? What do you mean by everyone is going trans now? Part of it I made a video titled "A Vegan Diet Will Make You a Fairy Boy," and environmental estrogen will change your sexual attraction and sexual habits. For sure. So the stuff they're putting and the programming in the news and media too, making it more acceptable. If you give a boy enough estrogen, he'll start looking at dudes. I got your whey protein. Would you ever source goat whey? That seems something very specialty we don't have access to. Illuminati is doing way more than stealing money. They literally sacrifice children, and they're the ones that radiate us. They have I mean, we could talk. I mean, the point is, like, saying who's doing it doesn't really change the, like, saying, oh, the Masons and the secret societies are destroying everyone's health, that's not as calling out these people that are doing it isn't really that important. What you have to do is get people aware that what's being done to them and get them to take precautions against it, and then down the line they'll realize that other stuff. People who do steroids have transgender children. End of story. I didn't know that, but that does make sense. Fucks up your hormones. Did you see Chrissy Teigen's miscarriage news? Awfully fishy on a full moon. She was posting suspicious things about children. Yeah, these people are fucking nuts. As someone said, they literally sacrifice children, so who knows what they're actually doing. Ryan, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't really know enough about that. What kind of cows are you getting for the farm? I don't know yet. We might have a farm that already has cows on it. Hey, Michelle, thanks. Vegan trans lives matter. Would I ever take steroids? No, I wouldn't take steroids, and it's kind of funny how everyone's accusing me of steroids. You should make an OnlyFans account. I mean, we'll see how things go for the next few years. I don't see any point in making OnlyFans because it doesn't line up with what my goals are, and if I don't at this point, I don't think I need them. I mean, obviously, if I had the money from that, I could probably do more. I mean, who knows? But at this point in time, I don't really need the money from something like that to do my business ventures. And if I do get to a point in time where I just don't see it on the table right now. We could do like a parody OnlyFans, except I could like invite vegan girls over and just slap them with like beef tenderloin and shit. How fucking funny would that be? If like you trick, like you say, I'm a huge social media influencer. You want to come on my OnlyFans for publicity, and you get all these girls to come over, and they get all dressed up and nice, and they put makeup on, and they got this expensive lingerie, and they fucking come over, and it's like, and the address you gave them, they come into a butcher shop and they start freaking out, like, oh, what the fuck, what's going on? Are you gonna like cut me up, like? Maybe not that, maybe even just a house. But what the point is, like, they come over and then you just have like a bunch of giant pieces of fucking beef on the table, and then depending on how much you're like, you go on OnlyFans and say, all right, well, if you guys give me $500, I'll hit her with the tenderloin, but if you give me $1,000, I'll hit her with the goat leg or some shit. Just like beat vegans with pieces of meat. Honestly, there's some vegans that are on OnlyFans that are probably desperate enough for money that they would do that. Noelle Aravello was the name of an Instagram account where her fans were recommending birth control and Accutane. Yeah, that's a quick way to infertility. OnlyFans is for degenerates. Hitomi may be an exception though. Does Hitomi have an OnlyFans? Hold on, I'm checking OnlyFans. Hitomi. I don't think she has one. No, that's a different Hitomi. Hold on. OnlyFans Hitomi Machizuki. I don't think she has an OnlyFans. I would have probably found out about it. Wait, Hitomi Machizuki. Nude photos leaked. Oh no, this isn't OnlyFans though. These are just. All right. Well, let's get back on topic of the live stream. Beat vegans with your meat, exactly. It's time to have healthy children. This entire agenda is to wreck fertility and disrupt the family structure. Eat meat and have strong health. Yeah, I don't like that term, eat meat and have strong healthy babies, because these carnivores are using like hashtags like yes to meat and all these bullshit hashtags to get stuff people full of McDonald's beef. Oh wait, that's when we do. I haven't done the fucking. I still haven't done the carnivore for a day video. I got to make sure to go to McDonald's though in that video. Go to McDonald's and order 10 burgers. Okay. You know, if I do that, if I have the energy and the motivation to do that carnivore for a day video, it's going to be the funniest fucking shit you guys have seen all year. I got to start, I got to do, all right, that's going to be my goal. My goal for this month is to do some more. I want to do a carnivore, what I eat in a day. I want to make fun of someone else too. Fast food day of eating carnivore style. Hey, I'm glad you, hey, let me know how you like the order, man. Hell yeah, do carnivore for a day. I have a whole costume for it. I have a whole costume for the carnivore video. I have you guys are gonna like it. I gotta look it through my room where I put it though. I went into a Tesla Model X today for 30 minutes and I've had nausea for 4 hours now. What should I do? I would eat a steak and go to sleep because that's radiation poisoning. Did you ever play sports in high school? I wasn't that good. I didn't make the baseball team. And then after I started lifting weights, I was more athletic, but by then it was kind of too late. Yeah, we have chocolate Warrior bars. Halloween carnivore video. Does turning phone into airplane mode stop the Wi-Fi? Yes, it turns it off, mostly. Make a carnivore panna cotta? Maybe, I don't know. I have a couple videos on clarified butter. What are symptoms of COVID-19? The blah, what? It's just, we went over that last live stream. The COVID-19 symptoms are exactly the same as radiation poisoning. For those of you guys on Instagram, my phone's about to die, so I'm going to have to end the live stream. So if you guys want to join us on YouTube, or maybe I'll just restart the... No, I can't actually because I got to charge my phone. Just join us on YouTube, Frank Tufano, if you want to continue the live stream. I mean, that's Kevin. That's why you kind of want to use oral magnesium because transdermal magnesium absorption rate is very low. What do you think of the carnivores eating McDonald's patties every day? What do you mean? They're getting paid to tell people to shove feedlot beef down their throat, and all they have to do is say, "Oh well, I eat all this shitty meat every day, and I'm healthy and I'm happy," and they look like a fucking zombie. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, they don't fucking look good. Like none of these carnivores look good. The males are all fucking bald, and the females are look like fucking their faces peeling off. Like, so what do you want me to tell you? Like, they look like shit? That's what I'll tell you from now on. What do you think of this person? They eat feedlot beef all day. Well, I think they look like shit, so listen to me instead of them. That's what I think. Who are the carnivores? Like the vegans, like the vegan version of carnivore dieters. Basically all the other carnivore diet influencers on YouTube. Because they're all being paid actors. Why can't you expose these carnivores? I already did, but you can't, as I said earlier, you can't expose people if they control the media and everything. If these people control the media and these people just, they have power to do whatever they want and censor you, it doesn't matter. I can call whoever I want out and my video will get 2,000 views and no one will care. Do you think Snake Diet is a secret carnivore? He's definitely a Mason. Snake Diet is definitely a sellout, but they're good at hiding it. Mark, I placed an order on Frankie's Meats and I sent it to a place I was staying at, but it just came home to an emergency. It says the package is still at your facility. Just send me an email, Dan. Send an email to the info@frankiesfreerangemeat.com email. Frank, I placed an order. I just told you. Just email me. Yeah, oral magnesium is a lot more reliable because I messed around with there's some live streams probably that are unlisted now on my old YouTube channel that of me like completely covered in magnesium oil spray, just messing around with it, but I stopped because it doesn't really work. Magnesium oil tends to just irritate your skin, and the transdermal absorption rate isn't that high. How long have we been going for? About 45 minutes. We'll go a little longer. I still got a lot of stuff to do today. Probably not gonna get to bed until 2 or 3 a.m. What's tomorrow's video gonna be about? I don't know. I might do something different. I might do something different tomorrow. I don't know why my videos have been getting, the views on YouTube have been fishy lately, but we'll see. Are we gonna have more seafood on Frankie's Free Range Meat? I don't know. Is libido loss common with the carnivore diet? Yeah, because people usually end up eating estrogenic feedlot meat and they don't get enough of certain minerals and it kills their libido. Because there's a lot of minerals that are really important for like fertility, like copper and selenium, that you don't get. Can we do an animal-based day of eating with a subscriber video collab? Like get one of my subscribers to what? Do you think YouTube is hiding your real sub count? Oh, I mean, we don't have to really talk about the censorship and that type of bullshit. I'm over it. Even on this channel, I can't get any more subscribers. I've been stuck at 2,900 subscribers on this channel too. I can't get good meat because my parents don't want to waste money. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't able to really buy good food for myself until I had my own job. My hair analysis doctor says the opposite with oral and transdermal. It's 10 times better. Weird. Yeah, I don't think transdermal magnesium has a high absorption rate. From the studies I've seen, it doesn't really absorb. Frank, you know Dutch Meadows Farm? Yeah, I ordered from them once. They sent me a bunch of broken eggs and they didn't give me my money back. And the eggs were kind of old too. Some of them, like, they just weren't good. A lot of these Pennsylvania Amish farmers, they're a bunch of fuck. I don't want to use any anti-Semitic terminology here, but they're a bunch of scam artists, and that's why I'm trying to get a farm for Frankie's Free Range Meat, because I don't know what these Amish people do with their money, but they're not being genuine about the products they're selling, because they send you old shit. They have terrible customer service. It's horrible. Opinion on magnesium threonate. A lot of these chelations of different minerals, they're just saying they're better to sell you them. Just most minerals are. There is usually a glycinate form of most minerals that's usually pretty safe bet. When you get a farm, will you be hiring people? Yeah, but we probably have to hire people that already live out near the farm. So guys, we'll do a few more minutes, and if you guys have any more questions, let me know, and then we'll wrap this up. Can't donate on Streamlabs. What is it saying? Because people have been telling me that they can't donate. a good job for a 15-year-old? I mean, that's usually tough. It's tough in general to find a job right now, let alone if you're 15 and you're looking for like a minimum wage job. And it's tough if your parents don't want to. It's tough if your parents don't want to spend any money on better food. How to get family members used to the difference between regular beef and organic? I mean, the regular grain-fed like shit is gonna be. You might have a better chance buying organic beef, and that might be a little more approachable. Is New York safe? It's like New York is like the center and the example they're using for the brainwashing. So I would say no. I was watching a video of like a time lapse of Amish people building a house or a barn, and there were literally like 100 Amish people just working on the barn at the same time. Frank debunked the whole virus BS last live stream. Yeah, that's a pretty good debunking video. But I think that'll be it for tonight, guys. I'm getting a little tired, so let me go work out and do do a couple of other things, film tomorrow's video, and hopefully I get to bed before like 2 or 3 a.m. But if you guys have any questions, just post them on my main channel, and I'll try to get back to you guys by tonight. Next live stream will be on Saturday. We'll do the vegan critique live stream at around 2 or 3 p.m. Oh, actually, I gotta go see a farm on Saturday. I might have to see a farm on Saturday, so